Hello everyone, welcome back to the show. My name is Warren Guru. Some call me Uncle Warren. And thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I want to just dive into something that I know you guys may or may not be ready for. Whether you're ready or not, it's my job to essentially prepare you because I'm an educator in this space if you do not know. Welcome to Penguin Tools. I said Penguin Tools, the slick, simple, and built for speed token launcher that makes deploying tokens on Solana a breeze. Now, if you've ever found yourself tangled up in the complexities of launching tokens and manually managing wallets, or struggling, with transactions, prioritizations, then buckle up. Because we're about to revolutionize the way you trade. Now, I'm not kidding here. This company, this project, has literally came out of the woodworks and it's literally killing all the bundlers in its fucking path. This walkthrough, right? It's gonna take you through everything. I mean, everything you need to know, from the downloading process and setting up the software, the bots, right, to even deploying the token itself. We could also talk about managing tokens, managing proxies, and ensuring your transactions stay ahead of the competition. So, let's dive in, shall we? First thing first, let's dive into it. Let's jump into step one, shall we? Simple. Let's do it. Okay, step one. The first thing first is you got to make sure you get this thing downloaded. Obviously, it's not going to do anything if you don't have it obviously downloaded. So that's the first thing that needs to happen. Okay. All right. So, like I said, step one: downloading and setting up Penguin Tools. So first of all, you got to get started. To get started, all you need to do, guys, is head over to your Discord server. Navigate to you can navigate to my channel. Okay, navigate to my channel. Open a ticket, and I'll get you in, because this particular bot right now is pre-sale. It's very, very low key. It's going to go public, and I want to be able to kind of break it to you. It's very simple. There's a GitHub page that you have that you can simply access the application file, and then once it's downloaded and it's installed, you simply will launch it. And when you launch it, what you're going to see is basically what you see in front of me, right? So the first thing you're going to first see, of course, though, before you get to this actual dashboard, though, is the license verification screen. So basically what you purchase, you're going to get the screen, and the screen will basically simply just copy and paste your licensing code in there, right? And then from that point on, either the purchase key or verify the existing one, and boom, you're good to go. If you have any questions, of course, you can always navigate to support channels of the Discord, of course, and open a sales ticket. But once you received, your actual license key, you'll be prompted to set a password. Now, this is a password that essentially is going to be permanently linked to your key, so that way it's essentially locked. So make sure you store it safe somewhere, because every time you're gonna use and open Penguin Tools, it's like this second layer of security, I guess, where you can simply enter your license key and password to gain access. So let's kind of go over really in even further detail about the actual interface itself. I've had it here on the screen here, and I just want to kind of be in awe of the beautiful coding that's been happening. And then also we're going to test this bad boy out. So once you're logged in, right, you'll be greeted with an intuitive dashboard, which is what you're seeing here. And this includes the following, ladies and gentlemen. We have, of course, the wallet manager, right? The wallet manager is actually something that what you're seeing right here. Beyond that, what you're also going to have access to easily, first of all, the wallet manager, what is it for those onboarding, normalizing the space? Let's kind of talk about what that is. Easily create funds and manage wallets, is very simple. The launch page is also something that also is within the interface, or command the center for deploying your tokens. There's also the proxies tab as well, right? And this proxy tab is ensuring the anonymity and faster transactions as well, by the way. And then of course you have your settings. And this is simple as customizing key parameters for maximum efficiency, basically, guys. You put your node in here, which is your RPC, your node provider, which is going to connect you to Solana to make buy and sell transactions. From there, your WS, which is essentially going to be provided from your actual node provider. They provide you this information. If you don't have a node, check out Warren.guru. I'm a node provider. I have 3 different nodes. Shark validator node. I have what else? I have Sauce node. I have also Pixel Labs validators. So I have 3 sets of validator nodes that you can reach out to me. Feel free to test them out. It's on Warren.guru. Make it very simple for you to get onboarded and basically make some money. But yeah, with that being said, let's go into things into further detail. Like beyond that, we have our developer wallet here. This is simple as just putting your key here into the main wallet key, alongside with the dev buy, the minimum buy and maximum buys as far as what your bundles are coming into. This allows you to set your Jito tip, and also this has an advanced setting here which you can have an RPC manager, which is really cool. You can actually set up different RPC and actually test the speeds actually within the actual program. That's really cool. There's a test speed button right here. Wow, no more having to second guess whether your speeds are even comparable to your actual deployment. It's crazy, guy. All right, so the wallet manager, the heart of the trading strategy, right? And the wallet manager here, you'll find a range of tools that you can create and fund, age, and manage wallets efficiently. And now the thing about it is, most of the time in a lot of these bundlers, the key factor is a lot of them do not allow you to age. A lot of people ask me in my DMs, why am I not getting FOMO buys in? Why is it not happening? Well, it's because they do not look like they're botted wallets. I mean, they look like they're botted wallets. They look like they're botted wallets. That's why. And so by having this functionality will essentially make your life a lot easier. So with that being said, let's talk about the balance indicators. This displays your dev, wallet, and main balance in real time. So we go back to our wallets here and wallet managers, right? And we are going to have access to be able to actually view that. So by specifically going into importing my wallets and creating wallets. So for example, I could create one right now, boom, like as I did. And from here, it's automatically going to show me, my balance here, right? And I will see as well alongside it with, so I can fund Sol to it. I can choose whether it's going to be a Photon wallet, or it's a Bullix wallet, or is it a Trojan wallet, or is it a Sol trading bot, or is it a Bloom bot? This is something that is all happening internally within the actual bundler, which is phenomenal. If I even click on age here, right? It'll allow me to age it. Now I don't have Solana in the actual wallet, so therefore you're seeing that fail to age. But the key thing is that I'm going to test this very, very shortly right in front of you guys, so that way you guys can see it for verbatim. But it's all really in front of you. I don't know any other bundler right now that is allowing you to age and create the wallets from this ecosystems right in front of your eyes within internally the bundler, which is so phenomenal. Time is money, and money is time. So with that being said, let's go furthermore. So again, create and import wallets. We can generate up to 40 wallets at once, or importing, of course, existing wallets as well. You can export and you can delete wallets, bulk export to selected wallets, remove them. What else we got? We got privacy and security features, right? For traders who prioritize privacy, Penguin Tool actually offers a mixed funds feature, right? And a feature designed to basically obscure the funding source of your buying wallet. Essentially, a lot of times people come to me again saying, why am I not getting buys? Not realizing this game is getting more and more heavily, well, it's going to be heavily more sought after. I mean, there's people from all sides that are learning all type of tactics to simply do one thing, that is to profit. This is the PvP world we're living in. So when I talk about things, I'm talking about verbatimly, for example, traders, snipers, looking at mempools, looking at how certain transactions on the blockchain from certain different providers, such as Coinbase or such as different, public exchanges, even if they're decentralized or not, are being tracked in a way where they can essentially use this information to see a consistency of data that will allow them to feel free to front run you and profit substantially over and over. So if you don't have these tools to your discretion and you're not able to basically step up to 2025, then honestly, you're really going to be left behind, because Penguin Tools has done this all in one setting. And not to talk about any other tools, but guys, we all know of a tool that just went down in flames not too long ago because of a exploit that happened with that particular company. And I just want to say this, guys, look, they took a long ass time to literally cook up for their users, and within a matter of literally, it seems, weeks, Penguin Tools has did far beyond what that other company has done without even launching properly, as far as when it comes to a public real launch yet. We're talking about a price which is currently, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe 16 Solana for this particular bot. But I'm not going to drop a referral link yet, because this is something that is special. If you want to get access to it, you have to be able to reach out to me in my Discord. So yeah, like I said, reach on my Discord so you can get basically onboarded with this particular, because for one, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to offer those guys out there who's listening a special deal. You reach out to me on my Discord. If you're already a one-on-one member, you're going to get 5 days of this literally for free. A free 5-day trial if you're a one-on-one member of mine. So definitely check out warren.guru. I'm teaching those people on how to essentially print with any type of bundler. But this bundler right here is a fucking cooker. This is Penguin Tools, and this is going to change literally how everyone literally deploys and how they get into a contract, to become completely frank with you, because literally everything is in the freaking hands of one particular entity. You don't have to go to Neo, you don't got to go to fucking Trojan, you don't have to do all these other shit, because everything's being taken care of right now before the deployment starts. And a lot of times people honestly don't realize, to be completely frank with you guys, they don't honestly realize about the real fact that the game sometimes is to be won prior to even deploying the contract. So if you find yourself in a situation where you drop a contract, you're not getting any buys, well, you might just be you might be blacklisted. You might, right? You might be blacklisted on a particular API that's not allowing a lot of bots to come in and FOMO to get that type of volume that you needed to get to make your initials back immediately, to be able to play with literally the house, which is you are the house to start the contract in the first place. But anyways, let's dive more into the privacy and security. For traders who get prioritized privacy, Penguin Tools offers a mix of funds, features designed to, like I said, obscure funding sources for your buying wallets. So you set up, these mixed rounds. You set up like basically 1 to 5 rounds per se, to make tracing transactions nearly impossible. The higher the rounds, the more effective of the obfuscation. This is what it comes down to it. So by doing this consistently, and this is why you have all rounds here, you have different setup here, and you can literally from your fingertips within the app be able to obscure the funds to the point where no one will be able to tell where they came from, which is definitely very recommendable, especially in guys that are running. I know some of my students are actually out there, shout out to you, Sui. They have huge discords with members that are alpha type of trading groups, and if you're into situations where your wallet is consistently being tracked, well, yeah, this is where you can definitely, use this to your advantage. So yeah, another game changing feature is what we were talking about specifically more in detail is about that age wallets, which simulates wallet activity on platforms like Photon, Bullix, and Bloom, like we said about, right? This helps traders, guys, and avoid basically detection from sniping tools by making transactions appear natural. A small amount of SOL is basically required, but the benefits for it's basically far outweighs the cost, And again, this talks about the pre-production of things prior to actually jumping into your actual contract and trying to fucking make some money, doing these necessary steps to jump in as natural as possible, which is what this Penguin Tools bot is very far well known to do. So I want to talk about even further things such as let's talk about funding and distribution SOL, right? So for that matter, obviously within the wallets, funding wallets is seamless. It's a seamless process of this. You can split SOL evenly. You can distribute SOL across, multiple wallets, randomizing, assigning random amounts to each wallet. It's very remarkable if you ask me, to be honest with you. Specifically the idea of just assigning random wallets to each random amounts to each wallet within your chosen range. It's simply like literally thinking outside the box and bringing that into a box now, if that makes sense. The idea of randomizing the funding, assigning random amounts to each wallet, it's crazy. You could collect your SOL, pull any other amount of the remaining SOL back to your main wallet, of course. Funding all the wallets instantly, which is something that sometimes I don't maybe recommend because it might cause, some red flags when it comes to some bundler auditing tools. But these tools are available at your discretion, which is remarkable because I don't know who's doing it besides Penguin Tools, to be honest with you. Like this deep in the game, to be completely frank with you. These tools literally provide maximum flexibility, ensuring you always have Solana distributed effectively across your wallets for rapid deployment, which is what the game is all about. Give me one moment, please, guys. So, with that being said, right, let's talk about some other shit, guys. Let's get into it. Let's talk about launching tokens. So, the magic actually happens here. So we're gonna go to the Launchpad, right? And we'll click on launch. So basically, the magic happens here. Everything you can do happens right here in this entire world. This is where basically Penguin Tool really shines, So with 3 powerful launch modes, you can tailor your strategy to fit marketing conditions depending on your needs, right? You got surf mode. This is where the buys naturally occur within basically 4 to 6 seconds. Using JITO proxies are basically required, by the way. Okay. Then you have essentially this other mode. Another mode right here. It's called ice cold mode. Let me go back to it so I can show you. I'm on the actual other screen here. So we have these right here. Yeah, ice surf, ice cold, and blizzard. Right. So again, surf mode buys occurs naturally over 4 to 6 seconds. Using JITO proxies are required in this particular entity. Then you have the ice cold mode, right? This ice cold mode uses the Google executing. Google. Pardon me. It uses it's executing a single candle buy, and it also requires proxies. Now, Blizzard mode executes one candle by basically by the RPC. It's only using RPC. It eliminates any use for the need for proxies. So if you're just the type of person who's like, you know what, don't need the proxies, I'd rather just do RPC, then Blizzard mode is basically for you. And if you want more control, you can enable also manual buy. So basically, to launch the tokens, first trigger the purchase, and manually, when its time is right, boom, you're right in. Simple as that. which is another phenomenal thing that actually was simply just added recently. I actually just asked the CEO and I asked him about that. I said, hey, are you gonna add this? And he said, yeah, we're gonna have it in further updates. And shit, it was put in like literally a few days later. Phenomenal. So yeah, when it comes down to like now this part right here, which is literally the token metadata and launch customization settings here, we have essentially things like the input key details, token name, symbol, and descriptions, of course, Twitter, Telegram, and website URLs, token image preview, priority fees, and then compute units, which is, by the way, something kind of seen new in today's world's bundlers. I'm not sure you guys recognize, but the ability to actually even place in customizations for your what's it called? What's the word? Priority fees and compute units is actually very special. A lot of different bundlers do not allow you to actually edit this. Having compute, and the reason why it's important for you to understand this is because snipers, some people that are essentially scraping the freaking mempool and looking for anomalies that are like consistencies, they're finding that bundlers are using the same LAN ports consistently. You know, you could perhaps do your homework, but you'll see that by having this customization, you can essentially kind of get off the grid a little bit more. The whole idea is to, again, normalize yourself in a way where it's like a whole bunch of human wallets. You know, there's no like, you know, thing fake about it, right? And you're able to print money, and you can do it in an effective, efficient way by setting up all the protocols necessary needed to get yourself in position and enter and exit at the right time. So yeah, with that being said, again, token name, symbol, and description, Twitter, Telegram, or X for that matter. And of course, the token image preview, and of course, like I said, the priority fees and the compute units. Now, by the way, it's recommended to essentially adjust the priority fees, by the way, from 0.006 to approximately 0.01 Solana, and compute units between about 140,000 to about, give or take, 160 if you're K, by the way, if you're going with standard. But if it's for like, you know, pump launches, maybe 180K plus for pump launches. You can essentially gain a little bit of edge over the snipers, making your transactions unpredictable, which is essentially what is the game plan for moving forward in this space. I'm here to educate you guys as much as possible. Quick Shell, Warren.Guru, is a way for you guys to not only get this software and bot, but also to be able to make some money, to educate yourself. I have a 3-hour course where I go over further detail. And by the way, I just upgraded the course, so we even have live sessions on there now, live recorded sessions for that matter. So you get a whole 3 plus another 2-3 hours of live sessions of cooking money made over and over, consistency gains over. I'll go over this later in the video, but just something I wanted to share with you now because it's very important to have. So with that being said, let's talk about the advanced trading features, right? That the bot also has to have. So let me get out of this scene right here. Bam. Okay, so again, tagging and aging transactions simulates essentially the trading on major platforms, like we talked about, making it harder for bots to detect patterns. The whole idea is to essentially remove the patternizing that is essentially happening on these other bundlers. The bundlers are creating like essentially a mask, and they're being used consistently, and people are essentially finding those key consistents that are going on, and they're not stupid. People are buying these bots for 10, 15, 20, 30 SOL, and not understanding the shit behind them. And so I'm here to essentially break that down in a way that's just educated, non-biased, and something where you can kind of learn from it before you start cooking, you know? So let's talk about it more. Let's talk about getCA, the contract address, before launch. It ensures you're always launching with the correct address, preventing costly mistakes, right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that for a second. Let's show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go through in this video some footage that I actually already recorded with me and the owner himself, going over like some of the actual features for verbatim before I kind of got into this, start cooking my own on it and my community. And I'm going to go happily show you some of that footage towards the end of this video. But before I do all that stuff, I just want to kind of go over some of the advanced selling strategies as well. Because it's highly like game changer and next level type shit, guys. So let's kind of go over that for verbatim as well, shall we? this bot is beautiful in the way it is kind of thinking of the trader or the developer firsthand. The way it does its actual selection, sell points, percentages is fucking remarkable. But I want to dive deeper into the automatic selling strategies. Sell percentages, offloading of a custom portion of holdings, essentially. You can sell 100%, like I was telling you guys right here, bam. Gradually liquidating all holdings over a few seconds. You can do a dev sell. Of course, sell all the developer holdings. You can sell all, execute all the holdings as well, instant and full set of sells across all the wallets simultaneously. And so this is something that is happening. And honestly, to do a good farm, you could even click on random here, and it'll randomize these wallets for you. So like, let's say if you said random 4 of them, or sorry, random like 3. And you can start to randomize these, so that way you can sell them off differently once you're in the positions to do so, which is very phenomenal to do. Just great clicks of the button. You're gonna use a GUI. You might as well use it in a way where it's conducive to you, and you're faster than hopefully even the CLI guys, or just even anybody in the freaking market that's running a sniper bot on automatic P&L, stop loss, and all that good jazz. Now let's dive really quickly into like specifically proxies here. Proxies and non-anonymity essentially is what we're kind of talking about. A must-have when it comes to the specifically serious devs, traders. The proxy tab essentially allows you to add proxies, right? It supports IP, port, username, and passwords, and URL configurations, right? You could test proxies, identify faster proxy for optimal performances, right, guys? And import and export also proxies seamlessly, and manage large list of just fucking proxies galore. It just all is right here in the pudding. Now with the proxy support, you can execute trades with enhanced anonymity, preventing basically tracking from competition on platforms, which is essentially recommended for a lot of times, because I don't know how many times one of my students or people in general have came to me and said to me, like, Warren, when it comes to specifically this bundler, that bundler doesn't have proxies. And a lot of times people think to themselves that the proxies are just only for commenting, or for things such as holder count or whatever it may be. But what it comes down to, it is to really give you an edge in the market. And I would definitely recommend it if you haven't done so already, or if your bot doesn't allow you to do it, then hey, what are you waiting for? But anyways, last but not least, let's kind of just double dive into, again, fine-tuning with settings. This section again allows you precise control, guys. RPC management input, HTTP and WebSocket URLs from your node providers. Shout out to myself, Warren.Guru, because I do have your node available. Or join my Discord, guys. I'll hook you guys up. Just say the word. But yeah, you can basically input your wallet keys. You can set primary and developer wallet keys. The buying options have adjusted initials from buy amounts to the tips, to priority settings, lamperts, like as you were seeing earlier. Some of the advanced settings also allows multi-RPC testing to identify fastest servers, right? So if you have, let's say, 3 or 4 or 5 different RPCs, this is the same bot that allows you to also test from multiple RPC testing, again, to identify the fastest servers, assuring maximum speed and efficiency, which is fucking amazing, guys. And by the way, some of the upcoming features, just a FYI, guys, some of the features that are coming up right now is Penguin Tools is constantly evolving, obviously, and with new features rolling soon, there's like essentially hotkeys, which is something I kind of was asking for from the beginning too. Hotkeys is a way for executing trades with lightning fast basic keystrokes of your keyboard shortcuts. There's also going to be, I believe, mini charts as well. View live price actions, switching to Photon or of your choice. And I think honestly why traders or developers in general love Penguin Tools, or starting to love Penguin Tools, really, was because Penguin Tools is just, it's not just like honestly a token launcher. It's a full-fledged trading powerhouse, really. Whether you're like a developer launching projects, or you're an advantageous sniper with a lot of wallets capitalizing off new tokens, or a trader looking to stay ahead of the competition, Penguin Tools delivers unparalleled speeds. It really does. It really does, guys. efficiency and privacy. And honestly, one of the things I could say why this thing specifically stands out the most is obviously the speed and efficiency of this thing. We'll go over that in further different videos showing different, as I've been always doing this channel, testimonials and case studies of people using this right off the box, right? Myself as well. I just want to be a guiding light to a lot of people underground, basically cooking up and making a lot of fucking money with these things. Who's me to whistleblow and tell you, hey, this is what they're doing. There's even community here, guys. So yeah, that being said, there's also a community, like I said, dedicated to this Discord server with real-time assistance there. So shout out to you goons for making this possible, because that guy is a fucking cooker, man. He's making a lot of fucking noise out there just cooking. So respect, brother. But join the revolution, guys. Fucking join the revolution. Penguin Tools equips traders with a lot of different things to help them with making profit, basically. To be completely frank. You might want to check them out on X as well. They got a Discord. I'll drop the links in the description, by the way, so you guys can stay updated for like the latest features and strategies. And I want to see you guys soon. I want to see you guys soon in my course. I want to show you guys what I've been doing and how I've been doing it with a lot of my students. We've been making a lot of noise and making a lot of money. I've been doing a lot of interviews with them too, some real impromptu interviews to kind of just give you guys a full on just sector of how this whole shit's running down. And I'm super excited to be here in 2025. It's really early in the game. If you're watching this video, you're fucking super new. Have no fear. I am here. I'm going to help you onboard you into the space. I have a website called warren.guru where I essentially am basically breaking down the game in a way where everyone can get it for almost free 99. It's simply that simple. What we're going to be doing is kind of going through more and more videos of just clients and just testimonials and students just printing. I also want to get into further education when it comes to the sides of development. We talk about, for example, LARPing devs and devs that have been doing consistency when it comes to building community, or just dumping from just different way and tactics. I mean, there's so many different things that I need to be talked about and needs to be said, but there's only so much time that I have to say it. So with that being said, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm simply a guy on YouTube. I want to simply say shout out to fucking Penguin Tools. I'm going to drop another video walkthrough so that way you guys can see some launches being done and things being actually shown from the perspective of not only myself, but also some transparency with the actual dev itself that's cooking up. Very transparency here, guys. Again, if you have any questions, reach out to my Discord. I wanted you to know I have the education, though, if you guys need it. Again, I have the education to get you guys on board, and if you guys want to be able to know that you have an option in this world to essentially not be alone, which like I was, then you let that be known. To be completely frank and honest with you, what I've been doing lately is I've been building this entire ecosystem of education so that way I can hopefully help people in this space make a lot of fucking money. This is my website right here. It's warren.guru. I have Bundler Academy. Buy a bundler, buy the course, premium nodes, premium VPS, premium proxies, free tools, and of course my Discord. We do a consistent podcast to educate people consistently on the ways of the market and how to essentially manipulate the market to your advantage to print money. As simple as that. And what you need to do so, and how and what the type of costs or what type of things. All those things are questions are answered within my courses, also my one-on-ones. I do want to show that if you are again interested in Penguin Tools, to definitely open a ticket in my Discord. If you are a one-on-one member, you'll get a 1 week free pass to them. However, if you are not a one-on-one member or a student of mine, then you will not get 5 days. I think you'll get a 24-hour pass, however. So either way, just reach out to me so we can basically get you into this so that way you can use it appropriately. And remember, when you use these things, it does come with such requirements. You're going to need to have, again, a premium node. You're going to need to have, I would recommend a VPS as well, just because you want to be on the fastest machine to buy and sell from the Solana blockchain. So I go over that in the course. And if you want to check out the course, it's all right here for you guys. But beyond that, I'm really excited because a lot of people have been making a lot of money, a lot of good reviews from it. And yeah, what can I say? It's just great to finally be in a space where you're respected in a way where you're giving good education and people are talking good about you, what you have to do. So thank you guys so much. I don't want to take too much of your time out there. I know your time is money, so I want to be able to thank you for that. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I'm Uncle Warren, aka Warren the Dot Guru, and I'm simply just a guy that got liquidated a lot, and then I ended up coming back for a lot more money just because I was tired of essentially seeing all these motherfuckers get rugged. And now guess what? I'm teaching you guys how to do the, well, not rugging, but the transfer of wealth. That's what I call the transfer of wealth. I'm teaching you how to do the transfer of wealth in a way where you can understand on what not to do. And that's going to make you profitable. Simple as that. If you guys want to look some of my reviews, check them out in the Discord. We have tons of different reviews. Nothing that's photoshopped, literally linkable. It's all good to go. And a community backing me up. But thank you guys so much for your time and energy. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful, blessed day. Ciao.
Welcome to Penguin Tools. Slick, simple, and built for speed. With Penguin Tools, launching tokens on Solana has never been easier. This walkthrough will guide you through everything you need to know, from downloading and setting up, to deploying tokens and managing wallets like a pro. Let's dive in. Step 1. Download the Penguin Tools software. Head over to our Discord server and navigate to the Downloads channel. In Downloads, you'll find a link to our GitHub page. Head over there and download the latest version. When you open Penguin Tools, the first thing you'll see is license verification. You'll need to purchase and or verify your license. To obtain a license, navigate to the support channel in our Discord server and open a sales ticket. Once you have your license key, you'll be required to set a password that is permanently linked to your key. Make sure you write this password down and store it somewhere safe. Every time you open Penguin Tools, you must enter both your license key and your password to access the software. Once logged in, you'll find easy navigation to your wallet manager, the launch page, proxies, and settings. Let's break them down. Here's your wallet manager interface. Here you can create, age, fund, and manage wallets before launching tokens. Let's break it down from top to bottom. At the top, you'll see two indicators. These display the balance in your dev wallet and your main wallet. To update the balance in real time, click the refresh button. Later, I'll show you how to set up and connect these wallets. Below that, you can create and import new wallets. There's a box on the left where you can choose how many new wallets you want to generate, and you can generate up to 40 at once. You can also import wallets if you already have existing wallets that you want to import into Penguin Tools. If you want to export any of these wallets, you can just select them, whether you want to select all or you want to select them manually, and you can click export. You can also delete all wallets at once. Now below that is mixing and aging. Mixed funds is a unique feature that only Penguin Tools uses. For users that value privacy above anything else, they can use the mixed funds option to make sure the funding source of their buying wallets is difficult to trace. Mixed rounds sets the number of rounds to mixed funds. The default is 3, the maximum is 5, and the minimum is 1. The more rounds, the more expensive. Now what Age All Wallets does is it simulates wallet creation on platforms like Photon, Bullx, Soul Trading Bot, and Bloom to avoid detection by sniping tools. For this feature, you need a minimum amount of Solana in each wallet, but it's really only a minuscule amount. Now onto the funding section. Users can set a specific amount of Sol to distribute to each wallet. For example, let me create 10 new wallets. If you click Split All, you can distribute the total funder balance evenly across all wallets. Let me show you this example. It took the Sol out of my main wallet, and it split it across these 10 wallets. Now the minimum and maximum amount is for all random. What all random does is it randomly distributes Sol to each wallet. Now you can just set the parameters for this. What collect Sol does is it gathers any remaining Sol from all wallets back to the main wallet. Now I lost like 0.002 Sol, but that's from blockchain fees. Penguin Tools doesn't have any hidden fees. All fees that you find are going to be blockchain fees or, on-chain gas fees and things like that. Now what collect SPL does is if there's any tokens that you have, it'll collect the tokens from your wallets. And clicking fund all wallets, it just executes your funding settings. Now here you can select your wallets. You can either select them all at once, or you can manually select them. You can also individually fund and age each wallet. just if you want a more manual process. But these buttons down here are the same as these buttons up here. This is just automated, so this does all your wallets at once, or whatever you have selected, whereas you can do it manually here, just one wallet at a time. And if you scroll all the way down here, there's an activity log. Here you can see if your transactions land, if there's any bugs or errors, things like that. This is super useful if you're having any issues. You can send this to support and we could get it sorted out because now we know what the problem is. Okay, moving on to launch. This is where the magic happens. To start off, there's 3 different modes: surf mode, ice cold, and blizzard. Surf mode purchases occur naturally over 4 to 6 seconds via JITO. This requires proxies. We'll get more into that later. Ice cold mode's similar, where it uses JITO and it requires proxies, but it executes a 1 candle buy. Now blizzard is similar to ice cold, where it executes a 1 candle buy, but it uses RPC, so no JITO or proxies are required. Enable manual buy allows you to launch the token before buying, and then manually trigger the buys. Now if you open token metadata, you can input the token name, the token symbol, the description which will come up in PumpFun, the Twitter URL, Telegram URL, website URL. You can also upload the token image, and you can view it before you actually launch. And then below is priority fee and compute units. By changing your priority fee on each launch, you're making it harder for snipers, because the sniper's basic filter often look at the priority fee. Find your range and play with that. I suggest 0.006 to 0.01, and obviously the higher this is, the more SOL you're going to use. Compute units is similar to priority fee, as it controls how fast and efficiently your transaction processes on the blockchain. In Penguin Tools, using 140,000 to 160,000 compute units is standard, while 180,000 plus helps mimic PumpFun launches. However, setting your compute units too high just wastes Solana without extra benefits. Think of compute units as the priority power. Now tagging simulates trading on platforms like Photon, Bullx, Sol Trading Bot, and Bloom. It's similar to aging, but think of aging as creating and tagging as trading. Mixed transfers with 75% probability of being labeled as platform transaction, which means some of them will look like bots, but most of them are going to look organic. Custom uses the targets that you set in Wallet Manager, and random just tags all transactions randomly. When you click Launch Token, a button that says Get CA will appear. Get CA is another unique feature of ours, and you can get the token CA before it launches. Make sure you get CA before launching, or it will try and launch with the wrong CA. Now in these sections, this is where you can sell on PumpFun and Radium. If you choose random, it chooses a random wallet for selling. You can also choose the amount of random wallets you want, or you could choose them manually if you want to. You can select all, you can also clear all. Now let me explain to you the differences between these 4 buttons. Sell percentage, you can choose a custom percentage of tokens to sell. Let's say I want to sell 25% of the supply that I have. Or you can sell 100%, which sells all token holdings across the selected wallets, one at a time over a few seconds. Now what dev sell does is it sells all the holdings from the dev wallet. And what sell all does is it executes an instant full sell-off, faster than sell 100%. Think of it all happening simultaneously. You can also include the dev sell, so you can do this all at once, dev sell and all your wallets. Now if your token hits migration, this little red button will turn green when your token migrates, meaning it's live and tradable on Radium. This indicator is faster than Photon updates. Next, let's check out the Proxies tab. Here you can manage and configure proxy settings for enhanced anonymity and performance. You can enter proxies in formats such as IP port username and password, or URL-based configurations. I just loaded in 14 proxies, one on each line. If I click Add Proxies, you can see all of my proxies are now here. You can test them individually for the speeds, or you can click Test All and see which proxy is the fastest. You can also import proxies via JSON file, or you can export the proxies that you have. You can also delete all the proxies at once. Moving on to the Settings tab. Here you can configure key parameters for RPC management, buying options, and wallets. You can enter your HTTP RPC URL, your WebSocket RPC URL, and then here is where you enter your developer wallet key and your main wallet key. This means your private key. These will be the wallets that you see up here. Here you also set how much your initial dev buy is, and then the minimum and maximum buy as well. You can set your JITO tip, and it pays the tip with each wallet individually to make your buys seem more natural. And then if you click Advanced Settings, you can also add multiple RPC URLs and test the speeds with them. and then you can just choose the fastest one. You can also click Configure Wallet Buy and add manual buy parameters for each wallet. You can also change the priority from wallet specific to min-max range. This is just for setting custom buy amounts for each wallet, but for most people this isn't necessary. Our keyboard controls, aka hotkeys, is coming soon, as well as a mini chart, so you don't have to pull up Photon every time you want to watch the chart, it'll just come up when you launch. Hotkeys should be coming in the next week or so, whereas mini chart expected to come out in the next few months. And that's a wrap.
Real life launch, and for a proper one if they want, without getting sniped. So if you don't want to get sniped, you want something safer, just use ice cold.
Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
All right, so we put the metadata in now. Let's change the mode to Blizzard. Let's make sure we have everything here clear. And then we just click launch token. Now this window pops up.
Okay.
It shows you your, like, what you have, the links. It shows you right here the name. And we have a get CA feature where you get your contract before the launch.
Okay.
It shows you your priority fee, everything. Once you click get CA, now I can launch this right away. I can come back a week later and launch it if I want.
Nice.
It's going to stay here. A user wanted this specific feature, so we added it for him. And everyone loved it, so we just kept it.
So let me ask you a question. The actual vanity right there, the pump vanity right there. This is this is, from my understanding, a post-presumptual CA that can be used once they actually launch. It will be that will be the CA, right?
What do you mean?
The where it says GU all the way there, all the pump, the CA address.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is basically allowing you to grab the CA before it becomes live.
Yeah. So now you can go update it on your GitHub. You can update it on your Twitter, update it on your website, and then press launch.
Even though people technically can't get to it yet, you essentially only you have that, right?
Yeah.
So this is where you can essentially use it to your discretion this is where you have celebrities or whoever wants to, use it. This is how you would use it, because now it's like full on play. Once you launch, you're the first person in position, and then boom, everyone else is in.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is beautiful, because the thing about a lot of these bundlers, they don't even have this. It's like you don't even get this, at all before, before launching. So.
Yep. That's what I said. Everything is here is unique. Everything is custom. Most features you probably never seen before in any other software. So
facts. Yeah. Facts.
And we're only adding more from here. This is, like I said, this is the first most raw version possible.
And is there a Discord? There's a Discord with this, no? I know.
Yeah, you're in there, no?
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's right. So I'm loving it. So I'm gonna definitely push more and more people to this, because this is a gem in the disguise. Like nobody knows about this. This is huge, bro. Yeah. And the market is really open for this right now. Oh wow, the activity log looks so sexy.
Yeah, it by the way, it launches instantly.
Wow. So does it? So it's up right now.
Yep, you can see it.
Now, does the bundler, would you like it eventually to open up the actual contract once the token launches?
What do you mean?
Like on a browser or something?
Like a contract on browser?
So once the contract launches, right? For example, in meme tokens, meme tools, when you launch a token, the pump contract comes up in the browser, like pops up in the browser, so you can see it on Pump Fund.
Oh yeah, like a webhook. Okay.
Yeah,
we're gonna have that for Discord. So there's gonna be two options. You could either have it in your private Discord. So when it launches, you don't really need that, because we're gonna give you CA anyways. But
this is
for
phenomenal.
sharing or something. So now that you've done your launch, you can see the P&L here.
That's crazy. I just saw that. Like, this is phenomenal.
Screen, and you can see each wallet too, how much each wallet made.
Now, what about if it? All the wallets that you are your wallet.
Yeah. Shows you how much the bundle wallets made.
Got you. That's so crazy. That's amazing.
And
can you export this data?
Sorry?
Does it allow you to export the data too, for you to use for later?
No, not right now. But that's a good point. We could.
That'd be great.
What we have coming is 2 different buttons here.
Okay.
public and a private one. So the private one is going to let you post it a success only in your own Discord, and public will let you post it in our success. So if you check public only, it will post it only in our public Discord. If you select public and private, then it's going to be posted in your Discord, whichever one you want, and you can also post it on our success in the main channel.
Nice. Then I guess technically, if somebody wanted to, they essentially, if they want, now correct me if I'm wrong, they could pay for the software and still use it to, like for example, mix, some of the mixing tools, some of the pre token production assets that you have on there. That would be advantageous for those that want to maybe use that prior to using it. Maybe if they're a CLI guy, for example, and they were like, "Hey, I like this GUI shit. Let me jump in there and mix this shit up real quick, and then just put it back in my CLI guy." That's something that could work to do too, right?
Didn't get your question. I'm sorry.
So when we did the mixing, when we were essentially mixing the wallets, it's sort of like that. So if someone was like, you know what, I don't mind, money is not an option. I just want this pull for just that portion alone, and then I'll bring it into a CLI bundler and do my thing. They can do that basically with your tool.
I guess, yeah, if they want, yeah. They have full control.
Yeah, sounds like to me it's advantageous for more than just the bundling of things, because just that alone is not even accessible. It's a very highly featured. I think that might be worth their while, to be honest with you.
Yeah. What we're gonna basically for these kind of separate features, what we're gonna be doing in the beginning is we want to launch separate tools because there's no fee built into this. We're working on just a pure sales model.
Yeah.
And because of that, we want to have small add-ons. So export features, separate features, like of course most of it will be built in the bundler. But let's say they want to market make, they want this sort of speed, this sort of performance, this sort of UI on a market maker. We can do that.
Right.
We can sell a separate market maker, so you don't have to bundle. You can just use the market make different coins. A lot of CTO teams I know will love that. Another thing that we're coming out with, someone asked for this, is a mass launcher.
Okay.
So this will be a separate tool where you can put in some metadata and just have it launch like 30 CAs per second.
Nice.
So we'll launch them with negligible def buys, and you have like you can flood the new pairs with all your CAs and stuff.
Right. Wow.
So
that's amazing.
Yeah, so this is the first product. Those are the other two add-ons we have coming soon, and there's much more that's going to be added to this main product as well.
Well, I cannot wait to put this out, man. You're like killing the fucking game, bro. Like honestly, are you gonna do any like VCs or any public things just so I know like what to share, what not to share?
Yeah, so anything that we want, like basically that we're fine with being recorded, I'll just let you know ahead of time. Today, this one was sort of just a rough you and me sort of thing, That's why I just say I want to record it. It's better if you do it in a more professional way that works best for your audience, You understand them a lot better than I do.
Right.
So, but if we're ever doing a AMA, we had AMA in the actual Penguin Discord earlier today. And that was because I wanted to, just like a showcase to you, I just wanted to showcase it to everybody. We had like 25 people join in. Everyone saw it. Everyone loved it. People are using it now. They've had some success. And they're finding bugs as well. So they're letting us know what the bugs are. And we're just fixing them along the way.
Gotcha. Okay. Love it. Love it. Love the transparency too in this, man. This is mega fucking... I cannot. I'm speechless, bro. Like, you know how much people in the DeFi game, there's like over 10,000 people that was in Dogwift and then like literally didn't get this transparency, and you're like delivering it in like less than like 24 hours. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like really easy to work with. I have support in the Discord 24 hours. Literally, like anytime around the clock, we have people that will be answering questions that can help anyone out. The team, like the core team, is just myself and the dev.
Yeah.
So there's no big
your
team, 5, 6. Yeah, exactly. So there's no.
He ain't going nowhere.
Exactly. There's no team of 4, 6 people. Everything is built. Of course, user security and with user security in mind and speed in mind. So,
phenomenal.
Like, I think I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think this is already in its beta version. This is better than already most of the products out there.
No facts.
And you can only imagine what the final public product looks like.
Facts. Like that's why I'm like speechless. Like I don't even know how you guys accumulated all this in that amount of time you guys done it and all. And for the whole Lampert thing, that's a whole next level thing. Like, I don't know if
It's a
some
game
of these
changer.
devs, it's a game changer. I don't know. Maybe these devs are just thinking from a linear, like, logistical standpoint, and they're not really like into the game of deploying, so they don't really have that to really, add to or something like that. I don't know. It would seem like that would be something that would be the first thing to add.
Yeah, and it's also about like experience, right? So my
Yeah.
dev is like he basically creates very like he creates payment processing softwares. He creates very high tech softwares for companies that contract him. Like I said, his minimum contract is $250,000.
Yeah.
So he's done multiple six-figure contracts multiple times now. So he works at a whole different level and a whole different standard than most of these other devs do. They're just
Right.
trying to sell a quick product. We're trying to create a brand.
Facts.
That's why, like, just yesterday, man, I haven't slept properly in the past 48 hours, and the dev just got his first sleep in the past 2 days. So he just went to bed like maybe an hour ago.
And it's all going to be worth his while, just because
Of
I
course.
mean, all this stuff is something new, but when we start breaking this shit down so that way like a lot of the normies can really on board and understand it from a perspective, it's like, oh, that shit, okay, fuck it, let's do it. And for the fact that your community is still small enough where the ticket support is so fucking on point where it's just going to be crazy.
Absolutely, yeah. We have like if as more people come in and we need more mods, I have an army of mods and like chat support, everything. It's not no problem. Will only scale up as the users increase. So we're gonna keep the standards that we have now the same forever. So you're always gonna have 24-hour support. User recommendations will always be implemented as long as they're reasonable.
Yeah.
And right now, just today, we got so many different features people wanted, and my dev looked at them, and he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna take a nap, wake up, and I'll just put all these in." They're pretty simple so far. So the next patch is already gonna be much better than this one. The thing that I think needs work the most is just overall the UX and the UI, because it is built for more experienced launchers, as you saw right now. For the absolute, like as a normie doing his first launch, it might be a little tough. But over time, we want to make it more normie friendly. But the only way we know what to do is by having normies use it and tell us what they want done, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fact. So that way you have, interesting data that is literally case studies that they need, which just makes complete sense.
Exactly. And we're very fast with implementations of user feedback, of just updates. There's going to be an update probably every day, every 24 hours or so in the first couple weeks. And
Okay.
yeah, so just one thing I would really like push to your people as well is just be brutal with your feedback and just tell us everything, any issues they have, anything they don't like, anything that they think could be improved, just tell us and we will make sure to get it done.
That's a fact. Awesome, brother. That's awesome. Man, it's finally good to have some fucking transparency around this motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm
For
not
real.
from the space per se, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
more from the traditional business world, so is the dev, so we're just treating it like an actual professional business. We're not hiding from anybody. We're not doing sketchy shit, so we don't have nothing to hide.